Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Conversations with the one and only J-Man. Your morning will never be the same. Here we go.
You've been trying to find something that you think I like, and that's alright. But honestly, I just need you with me. You can give rep yourself. I don't need nothing else. You and me at my place, vibing by the fireplace, or under that mistletoe, kissing you, arms round your waist. I don't need something crazy. All I need is you, baby. Decorated with a bow on it. You, baby, that's don't go spending money. I don't need a thing. I just want you here, right here with me. Baby, just relax, have a little drink, and just enjoy these Christmas trees.
Christmas tree. Ooh, just right. Blow out the candlelights. Whether you've been naughty or nice, I'm about to change your life. 'Tis the season. You're the reason. All I'm needing. Sleigh bells ringing. We don't need no one else.
You and me at my place, vibing by the fireplace, or under that mistletoe, kissing you, arms round your waist. I don't need something crazy. All I need is you, baby. Decorated with a bow on it. You, baby, that's don't go spending money. I don't need a thing. I don't need it. I just want you here, right here with me. Baby, just relax, have a little drink, just enjoy, and just enjoy these Christmas trees. Christmas trees.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You're listening to your boy J-Mad on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we're on, even Alexa. That's right, Alexa can make it do what it do, baby, baby. Look, it's about that time, y'all. It is about that time. Let me do this first. Let me give a shout out to the folks that's in the chat room. Nurse Rachel, what's going on with you? Thank you so much for hanging out with your boy. Thank you so much for hanging out with your boy. And all of those that's out there at Emory Winship Cancer Center. My Winship Warriors, what's going on, y'all? Y'all looking real sexy today. I know it's cold out there, but y'all showed up looking sexy. Look at those smiles. Look at all of those smiles that's going on. I know it's a tough thing. I know it's a tough thing that you all are dealing with, but I am here to encourage you and to let you know you got this thing. You're going to beat this thing. You're stronger than anything anything that has been thrown at you, whether it's medical stuff, financial stuff, or whatever. You're stronger and you're going to come out on top. All you have to do is go through the storm. Once you go through the storm, you're going to have a great, 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 great life. So that's out to my warriors, to my trainers. What's going on, trainers? That's my doctors, my nurses, my psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, receptionists, environmental people that take care of everything. Thank y'all so much for taking care of my warriors. Thank you so much for taking care of my warriors. I do appreciate it. So thank you so much. Yogi, what's going on? Thank you so much for being on. Thank you so much for being a faithful listener and follower. I really do appreciate you. Dr. Tony, what's going on, dear? Thank you so much for being on today. I really do appreciate you being on today. It means the world to me. To the listeners that are not in the chat room, but are listening in, thank you so much for being faithful listeners. I hear you and I thank you and I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all for being on the show and sending me messages and things like that. I do appreciate it. Let's get into the show today, because you all won't hear from me next week, at least not live. I want to talk about, and I'll probably play another song in between conversations. Before the end of the show, I'll probably play one more song, and then I'll play a song at the end as well. But I want to talk about things that I've learned the first 50 years of my life. That's what I want to talk about. Some things, not all the things, but some things that I think are important. That if I had to have a conversation with the younger me, what would those things be? I was pondering some things, and I said, well, maybe I should talk about those things. All right, so we're going to do that. Let me play my favorite song. This is do I have it on here? Yes, I do. I have it on here. This is one of my favorite songs, and this show is dedicated to me. So I'm playing my own music that I like. All right, I'll be right back, and we're going to talk about some things that I like to that I would like to express to my younger self. All right.
Say, I love me a Southern man. Back in the day, I heard an old woman say, ain't nothing like a Southern man. I asked her how could she tell them apart. She put her hand right on her heart. By the way that he wears his pants. Yeah. Now she was talking in riddles so deep, I thought she was talking about his jeans. Till Mr. Charlie walked up with a smile on his face, and now I see just what she mean. That man got a smooth walk. He kinda growl when he talk. Ain't shy of no hard work. He love his mama and he go to church. He don't care if them kids is his. He gon' raise them like they is. It's hard to find one, but if you can, you better get you a Southern man. That woman was so proud with that man on her arm. Had me trying to chase him down all over town to see if he had a son. She said, Charlie ain't perfect, he's just a man, but he's everything I need. And now I want nothing other than a smooth Southern brother that's head over heels for me. I took that woman at her word, and now I'm happy as can be. And if you listen to what we're saying to you, you'll see just what we mean. A Southern man got a smooth walk. He kinda growl when he talk. Ain't shy to no hard work. He love his mama and he go to church. He don't care if them kids is his, cause he gon' raise them like they is. It's hard to find one, but if you can, you better get you a Southern man. Now say, I love me a Southern man.
I absolutely love that song, Southern Man. It makes me feel good on the inside. When I hear that song, I played it for some friends, actually a lot of friends, and the guys were all saying the same thing. Play it again, play it again, play it again, play it again. Because they feel, I don't know if the word is empowered, but they absolutely love that song. They love the way it makes them feel. It's called Southern Man by Cicely Wilborn. New song that's out. Really great song. Thank you so much, Nurse Rachel, and to everyone that's out there at Emory. Emory, I really do appreciate you all. Thank you. Let me say this. You all could have easily had anybody to stumble your way or use, or all these other big name people that you all could have used. I thank you, Emery, for allowing me to speak for just, a few minutes. And thank you so much for trusting in me that I would deliver a great product and that I won't say anything crazy. That you all took a chance on me. So thank you. All right, so let's get into what, Jason. What would you tell the younger Jason? The first thing I would share with the younger Jason, and I am talking about the Jason that's in kindergarten. I'm talking to the Jason that's in kindergarten, because the Jason in kindergarten had a dream. I understand that people may not say, what do you mean? How do you remember the Jason in kindergarten? I don't know why I have this gift. I don't know why this thing sticks with me. But my kindergarten year of elementary school sticks with me. The main reason it sticks with me is when I fell in love with acting. I remember I was a tree. I was a tree in a play. And, man, I was the best tree in that play. Oh, I knew I was in my opinion, I was the star of the play. And so we had to do the play about 3 times. We had to do it twice during school because they had to split the classes up. And then, so half of the school saw the play, and then the other half saw the play. And then we had to do it at night for the PTA meeting. I remember I stood on, if you're facing the stage, when you talking actor, stage left is how the stage left and stage right is based on the audience point of view, not from the actor's point of view. So I was on the left side of the stage on the play, and I was supposed to walk across, and I was supposed to say something, do something, and then I was supposed to end up on the right side of the stage. Did my play, had a great time, and then PTA night came around, and my mother didn't take me. For whatever reason, she being a single mother, raising 4 kids. So let me shout out to all the single mothers that have to raise kids, and kids who are actively doing stuff. My hat goes off to mothers, single mothers, that not only have to deal with their own personal lives, but a lot of times putting their personal lives on hold because you have other short people running around and you have to take care of them as well. So shout out to you all. May God bless you all in this season mightily. I want you all that hear this, that God does something for you, that you're gonna look back and say, Jason prayed for that, or Jason asked for that. So I'm praying that God does something specifically for you that's gonna blow your mind. All right, so my mom couldn't take me for whatever reason. She couldn't take me, and I sat at home and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried and I cried. And I stopped doing acting stuff. Stopped doing acting stuff. It wasn't until I got in high school that the school that I went to wanted to do an episode of The Cosby Show. And out of the blue, I just raised my hand. I got it. And I ended up playing Theo. And it was a great show. And I fell in love with acting again. But then I stopped after that. The thing that I would tell my younger self, my kindergarten self, follow your dreams. Follow your passion. If it's something that you want to do in life and that it's down deep in your heart, go after it. I remember a scene out of Sister Act 2, and I've had this discussion before, I think, on here. Whoopi Goldberg's character was talking to Lauryn Hill's character, and as they was talking on the street corner, Whoopi Goldberg character says to the other character, Lauryn Hill character, she said, if you wake up in the morning and all you can do is think about is singing, then baby, you supposed to be a singer. So I would tell Jason, because I think about acting all the time. I love acting. If you look at any of my TikTok things, and those that want to follow me on TikTok, is Jason Madison 6, at Jason Madison 6, and you'll find all of my stuff. I am TikTok famous. For those that, I literally do walk around and people do recognize me for my TikToks. I've had that happen several times. So I'm into acting and things like that. I would tell my younger self, follow your dreams, follow your passions. I would tell that younger self that things may not go, that may not look like it's going to towards your passion, but keep it at the front of your heart and use everything that comes your way to better yourself. To better yourself. Recently, I was in a play. Earlier this year, I was in a stage play. And in this stage play, it was called Broken Chain. In this stage play, I was a barber. I didn't have a main role. I had my own scenes. I had scenes that I was the lead in the scenes. But I wasn't the lead in the play. And a producer that produced an earlier play of mine was there. Afterwards, he came to me after the play. You know, when you get to meet everybody, he walked up to me. He said, "I didn't know you was in this play." And then he said, "Jason, you have grown so much. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to build a character for you. And if you want to, I'm going to let you help build a character. And I am going to create stage plays after your character. Whether it's a stage play that I am the lead, or it's a stage play that I get to be a star person. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. A feature in the play. He said, you've grown so much in your acting skills. I had to go back and evaluate, and I had to share with him as well. My growth in acting came from the hardship of things that I've gone through. Not just getting into acting, since I've been back into Atlanta, and since I've been retired and I'm actually pursuing my acting career. Not before that, but even during this time frame, I've gone through a lot. And the things that I've gone through in life help enhance what I do on stage. For instance, one of the techniques, and this producer was actually one of the producer director, was one of the guys that taught me. He said, when you're on stage and you have an emotional stage, go back to a place in your own personal mind, go back to a place that will draw that emotion out. In other words, what he taught me, use the things that I've been through in life to enhance the moment that I'm in. I'm going to help you all out. I'll say it again. Use the things that you've been through to enhance the moment that you're in. That's good. I know I'm preaching. Somebody, please pass the offering plate. Ladies and gentlemen, your past is not irrelevant. Your past is not irrelevant. Your past is actually the things that will decorate, highlight, enhance everything that you're doing in this moment. But you get to choose whether it's a love story or a horror story. You get to choose that. Slow down, ladies and gentlemen, and anything that was bad that happened in your life, get the lesson out of it and throw away everything else. Get the lesson out of it and throw away everything else. So that will be the first thing, that follow your passion, follow your passion, follow your passion. No matter what comes your way, no matter how devastating it is, go after your passion. Go after your passion. The second thing I would tell myself, my younger self, would be stay out of the box. Stay out of the box. What do you mean, Jason? When you get a job, when you find friends, when you join organizations, when you when you become a part of whatever aspect of your life, there is a box that they're going to present to you that you have to put yourself in. And by putting yourself in this box, it allows those people, places, and things to dictate who you are going to be. Stay out of the box. Never conform to what other people think you should be. I have several boxes that I've been in. I've had several boxes that I've been in. My biggest box that I've been in that I had to fight to get out of was ministry. I joined ministry when I was 15 years old. That's when I got my license to preach. It was then, as I look back now, it was then that I didn't look like the average preacher, Southern Baptist preacher. I didn't sound like the regular Southern Baptist preachers. I grew up holiness and ended up in Southern Baptist. Dangerous combination. And because of that, I felt isolated. I felt like I did not belong anywhere. The reason why I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere is because everything that I pretended to be was not me. And because I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere, I had to force myself to be somewhere. In other words, I had to force myself to be in the box. And so I stopped being me. Or, a better way to say it is, instead of growing up, because this is 15 years old, Instead of growing up learning how to be me and learning how to hone in on my gifts and my talents, I minimize myself by mimicking other people. I mimic the sound of a Southern Baptist preacher. I mimic the sound of certain things, and I acted a certain way, and I did this, not for me, but to be accepted by other folks. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to change the world, we oftentimes say we want to change the world. If you really want to change the world, be yourself. Be yourself. Don't try to mimic anybody. Don't try to dress like anybody. Don't try to sound like everybody. If I can go into a church, a holiness church or a Southern Baptist church, and line a hymn. Those that don't understand what line a hymn is, it's it's called call and repeat in a sense. If I say something or sing a certain way or sing a line, you have to repeat that line to me the same way I did it. I can hymn. I can pray a certain way. I could do all of that. But the truth be told, that's not me. I remember being stationed in Kingston, Georgia, and becoming the youth pastor of this church, and which made me really close, almost second in command in the church. And we would have this person that would open up intercessory prayer, and I made sure that I was on that team. And I often prayed, and then somebody came to me after intercessory prayer and asked me, and they said, I'm confused. How is it that when you pray, you sound like you're talking to me? It is like you're literally talking, you're praying my prayer. I said to the person, I'm not praying for anybody when I'm doing intercessory prayer. I'm only praying for me. And I'm only using my voice. The reason why you connect to my prayers is because I'm authentic and I'm not for show. People will recognize your gift and your talents more so when you are being you. If there's anything I could tell you today, it's this one thing. Be you. Be you. Every morning when you wake up in the morning, you need to be looking in the mirror and telling yourself 2 letters or 2 words. I don't care how you put it. But be you. When a person hires you on a job, they hire you based on what they saw in you without knowing you. They hired you on that job based on what they saw, your resume. They didn't know you. A lot of times we get on these jobs and we switch. We try to conform and no, you hired me to be me. This is why you hired me, because I know how to do this. 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 And I know how to do this. That's what you hired me. You didn't hire me to conform and to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, please be you. The last thing, and I'm running time, I'm already at 8:30. The last thing I will say, the third thing that I would say is this. Live a balanced life. Live a balanced life. Don't be, this is mainly for my church folks. This is for all of the religious folks that's out there that's so doggone deep that you just who you are. There's a Bible verse that says there's a time and a place for everything. It didn't say some things. It says y'all want to always quote the Bible. There is a time and a place for everything. There's a time to go to church. There's a time for worship. But then there's also a time to take your tail out there and dance. Go to a movie. Smile, laugh. Have a glass of wine. Oh, he just told the church folks to have a glass of... Let me tell you what David said. David said in the scripture, I need wine to settle my stomach. There's another scripture that says, eat, drink, and be merry. That drinking wasn't talking about no doggone Kool-Aid and sweet tea. Live a balanced life. For years, I was in a marriage that didn't want me to do stuff. I was supposed to be holy all the way down, even down to the sex, where it was supposed to be missionary style. No, I'm too big. Oh, I was getting ready to go too far. You get to enjoy life. Please, please, please live a balanced life. Yes, make sure that your spiritual walk is together, but make sure that emotionally you're together. Make sure that physically you're together. Make sure that you set aside time for you. Make sure you set, and to my ministry leaders that's in church and stuff like that, stop giving all of your 100% of your time to your church and to ministry, and you're neglecting your family and your kids and yourself. I did that for years. I lost the family based on ministry. I almost lost kids. People ask me today, why your kids never wore shirts and suits? You never dress. My kids had the ability to wear jeans and a t-shirt because I learned that religion ain't got nothing to do with what you got on. Live a balanced life. And teach your kids, your children, your people that's growing up. Because a lot of times we're jacked up. I'll talk about me, since I ain't talking about y'all. I was jacked up because I was taught how to live an unbalanced life. Everything was ministry. But then on the flip side, you had people that said, because they grew up in the church, they said, when I get older and I get kids, I ain't gonna let them go to church. I ain't gonna force them to do that. No, you gotta make sure your children go to church, but you also gotta make sure that your children understand that it's more to life than church. All right, I went way over my time. I appreciate you all. I really, really, really do appreciate you. Those were my top 3 things that I would suggest that I learned in the first 50 years of my life that I would push over to my tell to my younger self. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know I'm a little country, not country as in, but like cowboy country, and I love country music. So this is one of my favorite ones here. All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I'll see you. All right, bye.
Baby, when December comes, when it's getting cold outside, and your bags are packed, I don't wanna say goodbye. When I see the trees light up, when they hang the mistletoe, and I'm by the fire, I don't wanna be alone. Baby, won't you take me home for Christmas? Show me around your town. Take me where you used to watch the snow come down. All of your traditions, I wanna know more. You check every box off of my list. If you take me home for Christmas, take me home, yeah, take me home, take me home. I wanna spend the night before, drinking with your high school friends. Around the neighborhood, we can do a little caroling. Watching Santa fly across a Christmas moon. Don't need gifts this year if I got you. Baby, won't you take me home for Christmas? Show me around your town. Take me where you used to watch the snow come down. All of your traditions, I wanna know more. You check every box off of my list. If you take me home for Christmas. Wanna be by your side when you open your eyes and say, baby, it's Christmas. Yes, I do. Ooh, baby, won't you take me home for Christmas? Show me around your town. Take me where you used to watch the snow